Retro video games, guys, they are expensive. But do they have to be expensive? The consoles themselves are often cheap. You can usually pick up the Super Nintendo for 50 bucks or a Sega Genesis for even cheaper, maybe an old NES for maybe 50 bucks. And maybe you want to be able to play on the original hardware, but you don't want the hassle of having a huge physical collection, because that's where our little friends, the Everdrives, come in. Now, there are lots of flavors of Everdrives. In fact, Crix, who actually makes these things, have a cheaper FPGA core now in some of their carts. I think the Genesis one that doesn't have Sega CD, but it still does everything else. Maybe that's all you need. It's like half the price. But these things can be pretty expensive. But when it comes to actually, how much you're going to spend compared to a physical collection, man, you're saving a lot of money with these things. This is the Mega Everdrive Pro. Mega Everdrive Pro allows you to play your Sega CD games, your Master System games, Sega Genesis games, 32X games. It's just insane. It's just a wicked device. And then we got the FX Pack Pro that you're seeing behind me. This has all the support for chips for the SNES, the special chips, the Capcom chips, the SA1, all that stuff. MSU1 as well, which is your CD quality music. And then we got the Everdrive 64X7, which of course can play your 64 games, and you don't have to do the reset save kind of thing, which kind of sucks. So yeah, guys, you can save a lot of money with these things. But maybe these are just too expensive. They are expensive devices. You're talking $300. Now, if we're talking about a physical collection, you're talking about $300,000, probably even more for some systems. It depends on what it is. So these are saving you a lot of money and allowing you to play on your original hardware, right? But still, it's not a physical card, right? It's a little bit different. But if you're looking at quitting collecting or selling your collection, these pay for themselves. Let's say you've got, a $1,000 collection or $5,000 collection. If you sell that and you spend $300 to buy one of these, then you still have $4,700 or whatever in your pocket. You can go ahead and buy one for every system. Hell, you can buy every console and then buy every single Everdrive that was ever made. It's amazing, right? If that's all you're worried about. But then you got to think, well, what's the difference between that and basically emulating, right? Well, with these, you're still getting a very hardware accurate experience. A lot of improvements as well, quality of life improvements. And you couldn't even do on the original systems. It's so funny to me when I play my Sega Genesis and I throw an NES game up just for a joke, right? My Sega Genesis is playing original Nintendo games. Is it perfect? No. But does it work? It kind of does, and it's kind of funny, right? So behind us, guys, we have the FX Pack Pro. And I'm just going to show you how simple it is. You load your games up, and you go ahead, you press your button, and all of a sudden, you're playing a special chip Capcom game, Mega Man X3. This retails, guys, at about almost $200. It's insanely expensive. You're getting this complete in box. You're paying a ton of money. This is it. This is just how it plays. It's that simple. If I want to go ahead and I want to swap my ROMs, I can do that through the shortcuts on the controller, or I can, reset my system. But this is amazing. I absolutely love it. I think it's so cool that we can do these kind of things. It saves a ton of money. If you're looking at stop and collecting, I think the Everdrives are the way to do it. These are amazing devices, and there's a lot cheaper options as well. We got things like this guy. Doesn't play all the games on the Super Nintendo. This is an AliExpress special here. It costs like $20. Got your SD card slot. It'll play about 90% of the library. If that's all you need, man, 20 bucks, 50 bucks for a console, you're basically good to go. Hey, you can't go wrong with this. You're not going to play everything. Maybe you just want to emulate the rest of it. That's fine too. As a collector, there's a lot of options for us now to be able to stop collecting or sell our collections, or, just to be able to play the games that you want to play, like the ROM hacks and that kind of stuff on your original systems. Amazing stuff, guys. Very exciting. And yeah, if you're looking at stopping collecting, or if you're looking for a more efficient way to collect, Everdrives and multicarts are the answer to that. We'll see you next time here at COIFISH Gaming.